hard and talking to you here. So again, this is the daily financial news. Gold's hit 4,000. Bitcoin hit a record yesterday. It all seems to be going up. Are we suffering melt up, or is this just a sign that we're seeing a depreciation in the dollar? The dollar, of course, is having its worst year since 1973. And of course, I am wearing the shirt that's basically, you can use inflation to get rich. Ask me how. Folks, at the end of the day, I think we are learning something very important. Once again, inflation is a feature, not a bug. So again, folks, let's get into the daily financial news. But first, I want to shout out Morgan and David. Morgan and David met me at the Bigger Pockets conference. Were nice enough to come see me before my presentation. And David, the couple has been on my channel before, but they gave me a challenge coin. One of the nicest things I've ever been given is a challenge coin. Again, this is for New York Cyber Intelligence Center. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but again, Morgan, David, true legends. I will have this on my shelf behind me in the studio. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for the great gift. And just know that it is greatly appreciated. So let's get into the news today. I'm a little frazzled because I'm not in my normal studio, but we will make it work. Let's do some Fed speak first. Fed President Schmidt, interest rates may be lower due to the Fed's buying of mortgage-backed securities. To which I say, are you kidding me? You're a Fed president and you said that out loud? Of course rates are lower because the Fed was the largest buyer of mortgage-backed securities. I can't believe you're saying that like it's a novel idea. Sometimes I just don't get it. Next up, we got, I expect tariffs to have a muted impact on inflation. This does seem to be a unique position on the Fed. I think most Fed members, at least by quantity, believe that the tariffs will be a bigger deal, although delayed. But again, this is stuff we have to watch. Labor market cooling, but remains healthy. That's an interesting one. I think we are starting to see data. Again, we got ADP data last week. We're getting other signs that the labor market is deteriorating and deteriorating quickly. So again, we're going to have to watch the market. And then finally, Schmidt says rates are appropriately calibrated. Hi, Sonny. Are you wondering what we're doing? We're outside? Hey, Sonny. Oh, sorry if I hit the mic there. This is my boy, Sonny. He follows me everywhere. He's always by my feet. So we'll keep going. Next up, we've got Fed President Daly, San Francisco. I am not seeing evidence of mass replacements by AI. Again, I think that is one of those statements that'll be clipped and referenced going forward. So again, we will see what that is. We do have 5, and I count them 5 Fed speeches today. So again, lots of stuff that we will be talking about tomorrow morning, I am sure. Again, folks, gold hit 4,000. Gold hit 4,000 this morning. I believe it exceeded 4,000 last time I checked. So again, for those of you in the yellow metal, congratulations. Mike Simonson out with some interesting housing data. This, of course, is stuff that you and I have been talking about for a while, but important nonetheless. The withdrawal rate, that's when owners take their properties off the market, is the worst, or I'm sorry, is the most that it's been in the last 2 years this time of year. And again, folks, this is really a combination of things. It is wish pricing. It is failure to find the next property. There's a lot of factors that go into withdrawals, but this is just what happens as the market recedes, as transactions baseline, and then we go from there. Also, Mike highlights that active inventory peaked the week of August 1st and is not growing like it did in 2022, 2023, and 2024. So the housing market is clearly acting different as we end 2025. And then finally, for the doomers out there, home sales are up 5% year on year, and price 1% year on year. Certainly not a crash. We did get some earnings of note. Dell Computers beat top line, bottom line, and raised guidance. Nike beat top line, bottom line, had their first quarter of growth in 6 quarters. Yes, Nike has had a rough go of it recently. I do want to talk about a pretty important video yesterday that not a lot of people watched. Maybe it was titled wrong, maybe the hook was bad, but we had the team at Real Bricks on the channel. Somebody brand new we're introducing to the channel. They basically offer up a way to get started investing with fractional ownership. I know it's not for everyone. I will admit it is not for me, but some folks who are maybe early in the game, want to get started, do not have big stacks, maybe this is something you should check out. Maybe it is a way to get some ownership, get some quarterly dividends and the like. Go to Real Bricks. If you see the video, there is a code, I guess, where you actually you actually get an additional 50 bucks on your first purchase. So I guess if you buy $100 or $200, you'll get an extra 50 on your first deal. So go check out that opportunity. Again, fractional investing. I think fractional investing is here to stay and is only going to grow. I think fractional real estate investing is going to be a real thing. I think if you tie fractional investing with the blockchain, this is something that will be very interesting going forward. So again, check that out. Remember, folks, in our school community, if you're not a member, you should join. At 8:30 on Sunday, I'm going to be going live with my How to Get Wealthy presentation. I will actually be showing the PowerPoint, so if you want to see the slides or take pictures or whatnot, we will go through it. I'll put it up for 90 minutes. That way we have plenty of time to ask questions, interact. After giving the presentation at Bigger Pockets, which, oh boy, we had technical difficulties. The slides were on and off, and we had all kinds of tech issues, but you know what? We're professionals here, so we made it through. If you were at the event and you saw it, leave comments in below. Let people know how crazy that presentation was with the AV not performing. It's crazy. So again, let me know if you were there, and again, we'll be going live on Sunday. Since we're talking about school, I want to congratulate Ryan for joining. Again, folks, we are doing something special in school. In fact, the question I got most often after giving my How to Get Wealthy presentation was, Michael, how do I find new friends? Michael, I'm an adult. I don't make friends easy, right? How do I find them? And folks, I did not understand, I did not get this in the beginning, but our school community is where you're going to find your friends. It's going to be your tribe. It's going to be your community. You will undoubtedly find some amazing people there that you will know for the rest of your life. And again, if you come in for 20 bucks and you don't like it, it's okay. You can leave. No hard feelings. But I really believe our school community is where friendships and new relationships and new networks are going to be made. We got an update on the condo market from Redfin, and it is ugly. You've heard recently that there's, 50,000 more sellers than buyers or something across the market? Well, condos said, hold my beer. There are 72%, yes folks, 72% more condo sellers than condo buyers. Now, I suspect a lot of this has to do with just the influx of inventory in Florida, but I believe it's really across the country. So again, very, very interesting. Speaking of gold, earlier Goldman Sachs has raised their forecast to 4,900. Yep, 4,900. Seems a little late, buddy. Again, we just crossed 4,000, so it is what it is. Lance Lambert gave us a nugget of gold yesterday. Said 25 of the 50 largest housing markets, so think LA, New York, you guys get the deal, are losing, or prices are falling. Home prices are falling in half. 50% of the largest housing markets. Just for context, back in November of 24, so about a year ago, only 14% of the largest housing markets had falling prices. So again, folks, we are seeing the housing market change. Here's a sample of some stuff that's been happening inside school, just to give you a taste of how awesome the community is. We had somebody ask, and I thought this was great, what is the best part of our community and what is the worst part of our community? Believe me, I will be reading those comments and seeing if we can't make it even better, but I think it is awesome that our community has the confidence to ask questions like that, and we have no ego. We want to do what's best for the community. So again, If you have friends or need new friends, join. Another question was, when is enough enough? This is very much a Coach Carson conversation, right? Know the number. When is enough enough? When's enough? When do you sit down and enjoy the rest of your life? And then finally, somebody looking for ADU experience in California. Again, folks, we've got nearly 500 members and very active forums, 9 accountability groups, free education, all kinds of stuff there for you. Talking about the shutdown did not end yesterday. Shame on our government. But October 15th is the next big day. Why? Well, folks, that's the day our troops get paid. The day our troops get paid may be an important day. Again, 1.3 million members of our armed services may not get paid because our government is shut down. So again, the next important day will be October 15th. We'll see if our, how should I say this? Our politicians, let's just be nice this morning. Our politicians can get a clean CR approved, and we could move on about having the government open. Let me take a look at anything else in my notes. Oh, Carlisle Group, let's talk about this. So in absence of government data on jobs, there was a company that frankly, I'm embarrassed to say, I never heard of. Yes, never heard of, Carlisle. And it's really funny. There are giants, 277 companies, 694 real estate investments, and 730,000 employees. This is just a monster of an organization. They went in and did an employment survey and said that they expect employment growth to be only 17,000 for last month. And of course, that is below the horrible number from the previous month of 22,000. That said, just to give you the other side, Goldman Sachs actually said last month was pretty good. Goldman Sachs's number says that we added 80,000 jobs. So again, we have a low comp of 17. Actually, I take that back. A low comp of negative 32. That is, of course, ADP private payrolls. And a high comp of Goldman Sachs, 80,000. And then the last thing we'll talk about is Mr. Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin calls the flight to gold concerning. What do you think Ken means? I think he means that more and more folks are getting out of the dollar. Again, as we said earlier, the dollar is having its worst year since 1973. So again, we are seeing people de-dollar, move to gold, things of that nature. So again, I think this is something going on. So folks, that's what I got for you today. Again, Morgan and David, I really do appreciate you coming out, giving me this very cool challenge coin. It will be on my shelf. I appreciate it. This is not lost on me, how cool this is. And then why not give you guys a view? This view you're about to see is a lot better at night when the city is all lit up, but here you go. There's the view. The strip is right there, and that's, I don't know what's over there. Lake Las Vegas, I think, something like that. All right, guys, take care of yourself. Have a great day. Later.